Okay,
And we're live.
Oh,
And
fuck.
we are live.
I always feel like I just jump in right as someone's yelling something very incriminating. I don't know why that is.
Man, I really swung
What
for the
was
fences. And we're live.
And we're live. And that's how you're supposed to deal with the dead rats in my garage that I made dead.
Swing for the fences.
Oh my god. Holy moly. Well, say hello to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, because we're live all over the board today.
Twitch and Facebook.
We're in your walls, everybody.
We're inside right now.
They're not
I'm-
actually in your walls.
I mean,
all of
you're
us are
in there
indoors.
or anything. Don't like they're not really in there. But
It's true. But we have... I may have lied or exaggerated about having a checklist. I don't really have an extensive checklist, but we do need to revamp the
itinerary.
Discord. We need to maybe just touch up the playbooks. You see where those are at?
And
then
I
we
just
can
figured out something very
also,
important.
Talk through newest build of the engine. There's not a lot, but we can just establish a plan moving forward for feedback and stuff like that.
Gonna get some water real quick.
Please get some water.
Right.
Okay.
Hello.
I gotta make sure this YouTube music isn't dummy loud. It's just a little dummy loud. It can't be dummy.
I can't even
loud.
hear it.
It's so loud and I can't even tell it's there. There we go. Okay. What else? I'm gonna go to the Trello board to look at what we need.
I'll also go to the Trello board then. Fuck you.
Formatting and font issues I can put there because I've mostly solved those problems.
Yep.
Yes. I'll put this here.
We work by online.
Let's see.
BIOJACKED Discord for maximum presentability.
I would say
Alright.
presentability, functionality. There's a lot. We can start with that, since the website is in a good place. I don't think I need to do much more touching up on it. The next steps would just be to continue updating the engine for distribution.
The only problem I've had with the website is that the download link just hasn't been working for me. It just sends me back. It just sends me to the download
Sure,
page.
it would
Now
link
it
to
doesn't.
download. Yeah, I did
Now it
change
doesn't.
that a while ago.
Wow.
So, it should give
That's
you
great.
the build that was sent to the Kickstarter donors, Kickstarter backers, which is a 0.1 build. Not great, but that's why we're improving it.
Holy shit! There are so many pages. There are 88 pages, and we don't even have all the biomods are down yet.
All the biomods are on there.
Oh, are they not organized into category, or are they just organized?
They
Hold
are.
on.
They should be in there. So that's the 0.1 BioJacked rulebook.
Because, oh yeah, Juggernaut. No, never mind. It's you just put the skeletal biomods last.
I put them in alphabetical order, so the biomods are now organized
I see.
according to their starting letter. Yeah,
Right.
I did that with a lot
makes
of
sense.
things like tags and I guess other lists are now sorted and alphabetized. Yeah, there was a lot of chopping and screwing for this. For some reason, this doesn't have a background. Are you seeing anything in the background of the one you
Yeah.
downloaded? Is it the one with the weird?
I'm not seeing it.
Okay, that must have had an issue then.
I
this is
saw the
alternate.
background, or like something of a background. You mean that little sort of,
Hexagon.
like cellular or DNA structure or something?
No, this one
molecular?
had a different one, but
Ah.
it was bad. So I'm glad it's not in this exact one.
But it is
yes.
a little bit bare bones right now, yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks a lot better with
Also,
the.
we renamed. Inconsistent. You named the. I like how you named the street cred things. Plus reliability, plus heroism, plus intimidation, minus
those are
inconsistency,
sort
minus
of just-
shame.
There's so many typos in this one. Where are you right now? Yeah, so we can, since we're here, we can talk through the newest build. Let's talk through the newest build. So the one I just sent into the autosave one from today, which has the appropriate cover. Although for some reason it's super blurry. I don't know what the issue is with that. I must have fucked something up. I must have mucked it up.
You must have mock.
Stop mucking. Stop mucking.
Fuck it up.
The booty mock.
Booty muck.
Booty.
That's my stripper name. It's Booty
The
Mark.
beauty mock.
Booty muck. Booty muck. Booty muck.
You have to get the booty. The booty
Make sure to
mock.
tip your waitresses and give a big cheer for Booty muck.
Yeah, so this one has the background. Also, it has the correct links to everything. Although that's... I'll make a note.
Kind of looks like chemistry, which is interesting. Like the bond, like chemical, like
molecules.
It does look
molecule
like
font, yeah.
chemistry. It's like chemicals. It's we've
Chemical.
got some atoms there. We got some molecules.
chemical diagrams.
That is a different font. I had a lot of issues matching fonts. I actually like the original font better. Funny you should say about the fonts.
I really consider you to be like the authority on fonts when it comes to this project. So you're free to make, like, you are free to make a thing if you need.
I think this is the difference between Proxima and Roboto. And it is not the same. Although which is the one we're looking at? Autosave. Yeah, so this is the one with, the most updated, the most consistent on my part. The newest one. Can I make this full screen?
Yeah. Also, incredible work on formatting this. I know, like,
Font
from
Daddy.
how tedious it was to create all of this content, how much it was to format this content, I can only imagine.
We're not done.
I mean,
So Logan and I have been
absolutely,
working
but, like,
through.
we're at 89 pages. Is
Yeah.
Logan working on this as well?
Logan's helping me edit. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
So we just
you, Logan.
finished cardio, like the first category of biomods today. So we have a lot to go.
Wow.
In terms of, but those are all like reworded and reworked for presentability and consistency.
Right.
So if you want to, it would be good to have you plan for moving forward. A lot of the first part of this was changed in terms of word. Why is the link? I can't click it.
Yeah. Are you you're talking about the cardiovascular section,
No.
or
I can
the
do it
just
there.
the entire thing?
Just before the biomods, the
Yeah.
first 3-4 chapters were completely. I completely chopped and screwed them.
Okay.
So if you want to just look over them to make sure, like I was initially worried that I wanted to sort of get your feedback for the next, for 0.1.2 for whatever June or July 24th, I think we said. So I will have everything edited in the back half of this. but it would be good to have your feedback on the first half of it in terms of like, I didn't do anything drastic for the most part. Mostly it's just wording and stuff like that. There were a couple things, I believe addiction may be one of them, or in a bunch of the tags too, that I did change to make them more clear or simple in a lot of ways. I also did, I got rid of some of them. I think 2. Flying was one of them because we don't currently have any biomods that inflict flying. And the wording for it was confusing such that it made more sense to not have it.
Well,
I feel like there was
flying tags are more of mechanical puzzle pieces, so it doesn't necessarily afflict every tag that it has.
Right.
But
does the Electra one have the flying tag? It would be
Elytra?
It would be more efficient to describe that in the actual biomod than have the tag for it.
It does say you gain independent touch to your scope. You now have a fly speed equal to your regular movement speed.
There was another one, I think. I think I changed the range.
We could totally change how or we could either just explain that in the biomod or put that somewhere else. It doesn't really matter.
I don't think from my first run through, I think it made more sense to not have it as a tag. But yeah, that's something that you can, once you look through, you can give me feedback on.
It is quite ancillary.
It also was worded in a way that gave me several seizures.
I'm so sorry. I remember there are so many times where I was just like, when we decided to like turn this into a more professional project, because I'd already been working on it for a number of months, just like on my own time, and I was just remembering, oh no, I'm definitely not going to go back and make sure that all of this is like to go through. So part of me that was like really hesitant was because I was really worried everyone's gonna look at it and be like, you're so fucking bad at writing.
Well, it all comes out in the edit, so you got nothing to worry about.
So now only you and Logan know. But,
I actually don't see it in Sonic. Oh no, I have that in there. I don't see flying in the. Oh, was it? It was because it was not a tag. It was a condition. Is that what it was?
Oh, was it? Yeah, I think. I don't know what I was thinking.
I actually don't know the conditions.
Either way, it makes sense to get rid of that, which is good. The only other thing that I'm thinking about is addiction.
Conditions. Right, the addiction. I think you initially had the. I think I switched around how you had rolling for addiction to make it simpler and kind of roll from the bottom up instead of from the top down. So the wording for that, I just tried to clean up conditions. Here we go.
Because what I'm making is the world of addictive tag must roll for addiction. Depending on the addictiveness, the GM will roll different dice grade. D2 being the highest chance of addiction, D20 being the lowest. Yeah. If 1 is rolled, they gain the addicted status condition. If a 2+ is rolled, the character is not addicted, but must roll for addiction each additional time contact is made with the addictive substance. For each additional roll made within the substance withdrawal period, add +1 to the addiction threshold. In other words, the second time a player rolls for addiction, a 1 or a 2 will result in addiction. On third time, 1 to 3 will result in addiction, etc. Yeah, that perfectly. That is a way more succinct way to put it. And that is what I intended. I don't know if I just really screwed the pooch on that one.
I don't remember, but I'm glad
it was not that. Yeah, that really. You really nailed a lot. Like, sometimes I've wondered during this, like when I've talked to you, if you understand the project better than I do.
Well, I just hope I'm not misinterpreting what you have written.
Right, and I really appreciate you like trying to chat me, but I just like Jesus Christ. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, this seems like a good take, and then you're like, wait, isn't it supposed to be like everything that we've been doing? And I'm like, yeah, wait. So anyway,
I don't remember the other one that I nicked. Oh, for range, I changed it to not. I removed the. I changed it away from the D&D ranged tag where you have a close and a far range, and I just made it a straight up and down range.
Ranged
number.
The reason I decided to do this was because that if it was close up enough with a long ranged weapon, you would roll a disadvantage.
Right. There was only one biomod that had anything to do with the Y range, though. So I think I might have reworked that biomod. I think it was the shoddy knuckles.
There's also a humeral rifle.
Knuckle shoddy, but also the Y range for that was maybe something different. Let me look at it.
Because I'm more concerned with the X range.
Right. That's like really what's important is that how far it can go.
Well, yeah, but also like with the humeral rifle, for example, as a fucking sniper rifle, you can't point blank somebody with that as easy.
Add an X tag of your choice. Increase an X tag on this biomod. I think it was Fatality. The Knuckle Shoddy upgrade that used the Y range. But it was worded such that if I look at it here, it was, I think it increased the range of your Y instead of the damage.
Yes.
Oh wait, hold on.
But
you may have actually updated it as well in the because I'm not seeing any Y. Oh yeah, it was the next one, finger gun. Wait, what?
Pew pew.
Where increase the Y range of the weapon by 3, which would actually be a bad thing.
Well, that would just make it longer range, right?
Right, but why is the close?
I thought that X was the close and Y was the far.
No, not in how you worded it. I don't think.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. Hold on.
Also, all your other X range deal with or increase all your other X range increases would increase the range.
Well, it decreases because it's actually good to have a low X and a high Y if it worked how I wanted it to work, which was ranged X to Y. So it's at least on the original, Y is the maximum range, X is the minimum.
Oh, okay. So most of your biomods then were backwards in increasing the X range instead of increasing the Y range. I think when
hold on,
like for
because I had +0 plus that, where it was supposed to be +0x plus number Y.
I think I forgot how to spell knuckle in the last 2 seconds.
Knuckle.
Oh yeah, knuckle. That's
because I have range 1/4, and then with the knuckle strategy doesn't range 2 plus Y. Increase the Y range of this weapon by +3, which is the second one, so it would be a 2 out of 15 instead of 2 out of 12.
right, but what about
increase an X tag of this biomod by +1, which is damage X. Nobody in their right mind would increase the range 1.
Okay, but that's very unclear. Just by the nature of having
this is true.
them. Let me read this again. Hold on. I'm wondering what other biomods this would affect as much as this. There's 70 mentions of range?
There are quite a few.
Yeah.
Mainly, the only distinction with the minimum range part of it, or the X part
What
of the range.
biomod did you say, or like what's your primary concern with that? The sniper rifle?
Things like the humeral rifle, which is literally a sniper rifle in your elbow that Birdie helped me design. Like you hold your elbow by your tricep up to your face, and from that you can use a rifle. It's hard to land a shot on somebody who's moving around like right in front of you. It's a long range weapon, so its range
How big is the rifle? I think it's important to also remember we're dealing in units of 5 feet because of how this is. So I doubt your gun would be larger than 5 feet.
Oh, it's not how long the gun is. It's like, even if you took like a regular sniper rifle, like hitting something point blank is not what it's designed to do. It's meant for a long distance shot. And it's a heavy gun. So like the humeral rifle itself, it's something that like it's like a heavy thing in your arm.
Okay,
so it doesn't necessarily matter how long.
You are aware
big
that
the thing is.
with every single gun, it's easier to hit targets that are close to you than it is.
I mean, yes, if you hold it up right to the thing, I guess. But this was like this also created a niche for melee fighters, because if suddenly when you have so much ranged combat option, suddenly nobody picks any sort of or melee's at a disadvantage. In this case, which I mean, I guess you could argue,
Can you clarify that?
So with the whole fight mechanic is that if the person doesn't have a range appropriate response to you, they cannot trade damage with you. So if you're firing with a sniper rifle against somebody who is fucking using claws or some shit, like they can't trade damage in that interaction.
So one-sided kick some ass.
Yes, but if you get to, I wanted to have the opposite be true, where if you were close enough to a ranged fighter, they couldn't as easily hit you because you're like moving around. You know what I mean?
Okay, but then you'd have to add the close range of all of the ranged biomods to be something larger than 1, which most of them are.
Some of them are, but some of them aren't. The ones that deal a lot of damage generally aren't. Some of them are a little bit easier, and like have close-up application, but often those aren't fucking firing like high velocity projectiles. They're just things that you like throw, or things that you shoot out of your body in like at a normal pace, I guess. But these are like bullets that you've created from your bone, and you're firing out at like several hundred feet per second. So like,
I think there is a way to balance ranged combat. I don't think having a close range is the way to do that, though. I don't know.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
I mean, if you think about like in an actual gameplay situation or like a story situation, it's always gonna be easier to hit someone, I guess, because guns are real and they're real. Let me think about this. I don't know of another way to like necessarily balance that. You could increase the CP costs of things that, because like guns do require a lot of energy, or a lot of energy to fire.
I suppose.
And that could be a way to like
fighting at ranged is just a more costly thing to do.
Right. So they're not gonna want to spam guns because it's gonna kill them. Which would make sense if you're shooting. I was thinking
about the primary gameplay loop, in that, like, then you're creating situations where you want to have some range things, and when you run out of range, you leap in. When you run out of ammo, essentially for your range things, you leap in with the melee.
I bet ammo would be CP in this situation.
Yeah, and yes, ammo like energy,
Yeah.
because you're creating your own ammo.
I was thinking of having a lot of the symbiotic weapons would function off of CP as well.
I mean, potentially, yes.
The cyber mods?
Symbiotic.
No, yeah, they're biotic. They're like
Oh, actual guns, not
Yeah, there are
biotics.
the living tag,
Okay.
and the integrated tag, because there are weapons that are symbiotic organisms that you can bond with,
like the Glockadile.
like a proposed thing that Jack created called the
I'm sorry.
Damn, that's a good name. I just saw another,
Sure
which
an
is
extra
a very
space.
good name.
Goddamn right.
But
Yes.
I don't remember what else I did. Oh, I changed one of the names of the biomod evolutions because I couldn't help myself. It was
What was it?
it was
What?
Pump It Up. I don't remember what the original evolution was called.
Let me find it then.
It was called Feeling the Flow, where if you succeed on a roll, your stats go up an additional 1 each time.
Until you fail a roll.
Until you fail. So I renamed it to Honor Roll.
Oh, that is
Because-
very good.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Honor roll.
I don't remember.
Or honor roll or on a roll?
On a roll. Because you're on a roll. Because when you roll, you're on a roll, and the more rolls you roll, the more it goes up, and you're on a roll.
Yeah, that is miles better.
Also, Flex Seal
Yes.
is not unchanged. It's not changed. It's unchanged.
But should we change it?
No, no. I just put the trademark symbol next to it, and wherever it appears. So now
Okay.
it's fun.
Got it.
So now it's an officially licensed biomod.
Well, here's the thing. Flex Seal, we don't have the dash that they have.
Oh,
Mr. Bepto.
I don't think there
not...
is a dash, is there?
Is there a dash?
I think I made
Hold
it whatever
on.
the official one
No,
is.
you're right. You're absolutely right. There isn't a dash. Why did I think I'm Mandela-ing?
You're Mandela affecting. It's 2 lines. If they added a dash, it would look super wacky.
Yeah, it would look so. Maybe we should add a dash. Kidding.
Mr. Bepto would never steal intellectual property.
Yeah, but yeah, neither would we.
Yes.
As a person who is a well, gave the Mr. Bepto identity, IP. He wouldn't. We also wouldn't.
Well,
We
Pepto
never
Bismol
have-
is a notoriously
Yeah.
bloodthirsty company when it
Oh,
comes to.
this is actually Bepto.
They're like
So
super
I mean, we don't have
litigious.
anything to work on.
Exactly. Wink.
It's Mr.
Except
Bepto. It's a
when you
distinct
when
character.
you type in Bepto into Google, it autocorrects it to Pepto.
Well, it's gonna autocorrect Pepto to Bepto
What
after
about
this.
Mr. Bepto? Mr.
Oh.
Bento. Oh. Mr. Bento Terrier.
Mr. like a bento box.
Yeah.
Like a bento box.
Bebto is such a funny
Yeah,
looking name.
Then if I do
Mr.
Mr.
Bepto.
Bepto, it changes it to Mr. Bento, which is a catering company.
I'm down.
I got you your Bepto
Honestly,
box.
they just do bento box. That's fucking great. But yeah, we're getting off track.
So those are 2 things that specifically. Let me just look through the conditions and tags again.
just activated.
I think the bleeding tag as well. I changed.
Needed
a
some
little.
changing.
The ones with a lot of numbers, mostly. Oh, there's something wrong with my computer.
Cream baby. Make all cream babies.
Awesome. I created the new basic move reference sheet that I'm going to send to you very.
Wonderful.
Which is to say the edited one because I just figured out how to fucking change it.
Change it. Ooh. Let it shine and change it. Ooh. Ooh. Change it.
Change it. There's the basic move reference sheet. I isolated essentially the page, so now we can.
Yes. If you
Because
need
I
help
have
combining things, I can help you.
The only thing that I had to do on the basic reference sheet that I anticipate that you might have a bit of a problem with is I had to change the sizing of the number explanations one font size lower to fit everything on the page.
Of the
so-
basic move sheet?
Yes, because the edits to the language that we have are a
Okay.
little bit wordier.
Or have more. Okay. Also, I think we made a change to one of those today, so they might not be fully up to date.
Okay, I can change them.
It was. I think it was
which
the
is great.
integrate
a
mod,
biomod.
or integrate biomod. Yeah.
Integrate a biomod. Yeah, I can change that.
Yeah.
No problem.
We don't. I feel like we should aim to have it done
I
by
can-
the 24th, or well.
I can literally, if
24th
it's just
is
one
okay.
thing, I can
17th.
now I have its own Word document. So the big problem I was having with the basic move reference sheet is that all the edits that we had took me about a half an hour to complete.
Right.
And then I realized I had only completed it for one document, and I would have to make the same exact edits on every other document. And I didn't want to do that.
Bastard.
So I
Yeah.
instead took fucking 3 days, which is longer than it should have taken, and kind of defeated the point of me doing it, to make the basic reference sheet its own thing. So
Mhm.
now if we make an edit to that, I can just make the edit to one document, and I don't have to stretch it out over everyone.
Yes, very good of you.
hmm In terms of that, do we have all the other playbooks updated besides page 2?
I don't know. I'll take a look. I don't think anything needs to be changed on page 1. On page 2, that might be a different story. And that would depend on what.
I did send you the
advancements
sketch also. What that would be. I mean,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I sent you because I traced the original text boxes. We can change those if necessary. But I created a new concept for it where we still had the DNA that was breaking apart, but instead of it being all goopy and creepy, I had it be sort of a double-ended biomod syringe just injecting the DNA. That formed like the text box that has biomods and the AP in it.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely reads a lot better than
Uh-huh.
either of the previous ones, I think.
The purpose of the sketch was to get notes and get edits on where we should go with this.
Right.
So if we give anything to Birdie, we hopefully won't have to ask Birdie to do anything again.
Mm-hmm. Always the goal
Because
with working with
I want to take as much stress off of Birdie as possible because and most of this is my fault, but I've been putting way too much undue stress on Birdie. So, and Birdie's a wonderful person and is like, it's fine, but it's not. So I'm gonna do that.
So what is the explain the top of this to me again?
Yes. So this
no.
can be 100% subject to change, but this is sort of a double-ended biomod syringe where you see that there on the very far left and the far right you have sort of like the top that you would push in, and then you have like DNA running through it to the center where it's like biomods and the AP, and then out of the bottom of that, directly underneath, you can see sort of the opening
That's
where
the-
a syringe
okay.
comes out, which is injecting. I couldn't figure. I didn't do this yet, but I was thinking maybe it like turns into the DNA that's like breaking apart. But the DNA is sort of breaking apart, going into the text boxes that are there. I had an idea that I sort of started to sketch a little bit, but I realized it was like really messy and also might not be the direction that we go. So I made it so that like at where the DNA connected with the text boxes, it started to like mutate the edges of the text box itself
Right.
to
Yeah, I
be like
see
different
that
things.
one.
Like one's sprouting hair, one's growing eyes, one has little blobs all over it, one has a fish tail that's like moving around. So that's just an idea, but like if I think maybe if we were to go in this direction, maybe some jazzing up of the text boxes, or just making them more like tech-wise, or maybe look more like a cell or something, but still while
here's
still
what I
keeping
think.
that space open.
This is really going in a great direction. I like the top one. I like the two coming down to the one in the center. I don't actually think that DNA needs to be branching off into the text boxes. I think if you... I think the arrows... I don't think we actually need anything. I think you can just have the boxes labeled and it will be clear, like clearly this DNA cell.
Or we could even have like little, I mean, if we wanted to, we could have little, you know how on a medical diagram there are like two lines coming out of like a part of a body that's almost
You're
like
absolutely
a pinpoint?
stole the words right out of my mouth. That's one of my favorite things.
Highlighting parts of the genome that it's
like,
coming from.
Yeah, or you could do the magnifying glass effect where you have like a little circle and then it becomes, you know, a bigger circle or a box or something like that. I think
Or it's a little text box and it becomes a big text box.
Yeah, but the line thing works just fine.
Okay.
I think. I don't think... I think to make it simpler for you and for Birdie and for the eyes of the viewer, I think if it's just a DNA strand going up and down...
A strand type DNA.
A strand type image. That would be probably best. But yeah, like 90% of this works though. There was one thing Logan brought up.
Yeah.
Metabolic overdrive.
Yes. That's a biomod?
I think so. Well, so it's listed as a required biomod, but that's the only time.
But it's not anywhere.
So maybe that was when its name changed?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Or you just made it up.
No, that might have been...
What a digested one.
Might have been
It
muscular
sounds
stockpile. Or it might have been... It was something that could speed up your body's ability to process things.
I'll put that on the
I
list
definitely
of
made
things for
that
you
one
to
up
look
before I wrote it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. What the fuck?
It was very confusing. I was scared, like, did I delete this? Did I delete this?
You know, one that, like, I knew after writing 150 biomods, there's gonna be some problems with it. There's just gotta.
It's
You know?
just statistics,
No, it would get,
baby.
you just get it right on the first time every time.
Mhm.
Perfectly.
That's why editors get
Or
paid.
I
the
could
big
write a metabolic
that
overdrive.
might complicate things if that was supposed to be something else.
I think that I think muscular stockpile makes a very compelling argument for a replacement, because it's the idea that you can like store calories in your muscles. So, or maybe not. I don't know. Metabolic overdrive. That sounds
Overdrive
like
and metabolic.
that sounds actually like an endocrine thing.
The more
Possibly.
the more you know. Okay, what else is on my list? Okay, so we've touched on the playbooks. You know what you're doing. I'll send you this. This is what we have. This is. I'll just send you this.
Metabolic overdrive.
The things.
Yeah, I'm also writing all this down on a sticky note, which is nice. Think about the range tag, simplifying it. Flying condition? Question mark. I don't think we need the flying condition. I think that we can just say that. I think we can define flying in the biomods that have it, which is to say very few. It's just such a rare thing that doesn't make much sense. I think, from what I've seen from Addiction, it looks fine.
Well,
I'm
these,
not
you don't have
sure.
to do these right now. These are just things to
Right.
keep in mind while you're doing,
Right.
while
we're
you're
going
looking over it. Because there's going to be other things that I changed that I
So
didn't mention. That
I knew there were
may
going to
or
be
may
some
not
questions on bleeding because that's the most complicated thing that I've created.
The
where
addiction-
instead of because it
Yeah.
has stacks that end at a certain time, and then the
it's
effects happen when they end.
It ain't simple. Do we need
It
Christian?
definitely ain't simple.
I don't think so. So I guess for a finance update, we have the coffee page now.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Is anybody watching? Because if so, you can get our coffee.
You can eat coffee.
You can get the
I'm
artist art
watching.
coffee.
I have I have 3 tiers. We have 3 tiers.
and we're all crying them.
We got Nomad, Mutant, and Corp. They all have
Mhm.
different perks, including stuff in the Discord, which brings us to our next
Mhm.
piece, which
Right.
we need to
Are we gonna
change
simplify
up
it?
the Discord. I'm gonna send you a couple of examples of one of my favorite dev Discords is, if I can find it.
Okay.
This isn't as simple as I remembered it being, but I can invite you to it. It's the Elden Ring Discord server.
Okay.
It is
Let me join.
organized. We have, I think, the
Oh wow,
Vampire
that is
Survivor
so
one.
simple. Rules and verification, signing rules, FAQ.
Well, it gets more complicated, but that's the point. Is Thunderfall? Thunderfall?
It is that just it has. I only see 3 things.
Right. Because it has what we should consider, which is an onboarding and roles manager bot, which adds you to different channels if you want to be added to them. I think assign roles, the second channel. Maybe you have to do
Okay.
verification or something. And there's like 20 different roles you can choose, or yeah, if you want to join the friends chat, if you're a player on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. So this is like,
In this case, it's
PC
something we would do different things like.
I don't think we need to have one of these, but it's just something we can consider. I don't think we
Okay.
have enough. I don't think, frankly, I don't think we have enough content to warrant such pipeline management, such
Mhm.
flow.
I do think that there is
There's a
a
name
bit of
for
a
that.
problem that we need to establish on, like, and this might be a thing once we've already like really finished with the release. Is the lore section is completely locked out to outsiders. So if anyone's like, "Ooh, a lore section," they click on that and they can't access any of it.
I think what we need to do firstly is streamline it, because I think we
Right.
have too many text channels and too many categories.
Okay.
I don't really have a necessarily like a specific checklist or an order to go in, but I think a good place to start is like
You don't need the space channel, for example.
we have a space channel.
You go down to piss, and you'll
Yeah, is there
find
space to
we have-
BioJacked?
Okay.
the space
well,
channel
thank
for all
you.
things space. I think, to be honest, and I'm not proud of this, I think I was drunk when I made that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there's an example
like
one. See figure
Well, you
one.
know.
Streamlining channels.
I'll delete the channel. We just don't need it.
roles. We should like update the important / welcome section.
Okay.
Firstly, not necessarily a purge, but I think we need to talk about like what channels are actually required, which ones can be combined. I think there's a lot that can be combined. I think as I have the notion, and support the notion that we should maintain this server like these other dev servers that I sent you invites to, and that it's mostly all BioJacked related, and devoid of it. Just like it should look and feel professional, I guess.
Yeah, right. Because this is a professional project, and that makes some sense. I modeled this channel after the Nautical Fable Saga channel.
Well, I think
is basically a virtual clubhouse.
Right. I think that's good for a start, but absent of silly times. But also, NFS is like a kind of a shit show in a good way.
Well, I mean, it's you guys
very
have a
chaotic.
folder in you have a folder in your Google Drive called cheese. Like,
I don't like. Right. So I think this should be not that. I think this should be quite removed from that.
The channel. It is very much like that. When I want to hang out with friends, I go to the Nautical Fable Saga Discord channel. I don't call people and hang out in real life. I spend time online on this, so
like
it has become my treehouse.
It's the clubhouse. So can we get rid of piss?
Yes, let's get rid of piss.
We have deleted the piss category. And that might be controversial, but it's gone.
It's okay.
So I think one thing we should do that is going to be really helpful to us is combine or talk about streamlining the development and the lore sections, because I think a lot of these are redundant or unnecessary.
Right.
Oh, well, I guess even before we talk about that, should we, since this is not an actual play Discord like Into the Woods or Without the Singing, whatever that Discord was called, or like
it was
Spooky
originally called
Times.
Tinderbox, but it was called Into the Woods.
So that was like something that people who played the game would go in and play in there. But this, only I would posit the people aren't, with a statistically insignificant exception, nobody's coming here to play BioJacked.
Right. So I can make a separate channel for you guys.
So I think the separating this into play and development doesn't make a lot of sense, is I guess what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to, like, Elden Ring has
that
a
way
server
we can get rid of player notes,
game discussions, platform, community content. That would be interesting to have like a server info, community content, game development, game discussion. And I wonder how many of these are actually. Let me view the server as the everyone role and see what they see. How do I do that? Yes.
I don't know. I created a BioJacked playing server that I'm going to invite you, Bertie, and Matt into. Where we can put. I just created a separate server because we've been playing BioJacked through Discord.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So now we don't have to do that here. So for the playing channel, I have text channels that are devoted to you guys.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Making that a separate server. Yeah, just
they don't need to. Nobody's actually really interested in that. So I'm gonna copy and paste some of the things.
Well, hold on, actually.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. You can keep doing that. I don't know. I guess, what would the benefit of having
player notes, I think, is something that doesn't need to be there.
I think quote book. Do we have anything in the quote book?
We don't have anything in the quote book, but I think we definitely could. That's just for people to. I was thinking quoting sessions.
For the playtest.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, like, an example would be a classic Donnie moment, Jackson, because he like commented that or made a clip about it. So it could be like people from the stream. It could also be like people in the content. Like, sorry, it could be people in the text. It could be people in the chat of the streams.
Yeah.
But it could also be like quotes that characters say that are particularly funny.
I think it would be good. Development.
But we can totally.
I don't know. Now you're actually. I kind of like the idea of having a section for that. I guess I'm just thinking about like the overview. If we could sort it, or we could organize it into server information, with like critical information, welcome rules about the game. Then we have a section for. Oh, this music is good. For development, where we have everything
Engine development related.
Yeah, and I don't know how much of that would be public, because a lot of it is just us, but that's okay, because we have like that. It's a good place for the suggestion box. That's something that we should keep.
We also need to make the Monarch Lounge worth people's money. I don't
Right.
understand how we're going to do
Should we
that.
put that? Okay.
But I was thinking
Server
like, we need to
information
jazz it
development.
up.
Should we have a second? And what you just previously said made me think we should maybe have a separate playtest category where we put play, and this way we wouldn't need to have a separate Discord server. You could put it on the playtest section for the X-Res.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, but when it comes to
here's what I'm
the
thinking.
Player notes, because that I feel like the player notes text channel is like one of the next least least necessary text channels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say we don't need that.
So should I delete that one now?
Yes, I'm gonna delete and we can.
I'm gonna go ahead and delete that.
Delete the quote book if that's all right.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it has nothing in it right now, so if we wanted to add it,
yeah, we'll add something
we can
like
do
that
that.
to the playtest section. Do we have clips or screenshots? Just a frog.
We have one by Wyatt. We can delete that one for now. And Wyatt can mourn the loss of his frogman.
Yeah. Community content.
So I have BIOJACKED. I put.
I don't remember what this was about. Oh, it was the.
What is it about?
Never mind. It was the guy. It was the campaign inspiration guy from Control, who was how I imagined Walker looked as a janitor. Or in the janitor clothes.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna rename this to admin. Or maybe just, yeah.
Administration management? Are we talking about that?
Although,
or what are we talking?
We usually just DM, so I don't know if that's necessary. I don't want to dox anyone on stream there. Ramps, if you want to pop in, by all means. If you don't want to, I think.
Oh, of course.
We can manage. Either way, don't feel pressed. But glad you're here. I hope you had a good day. Server information, development, playtest. Development and playtest seem like the same thing. Server, if we organize it into.
Well, what about campaign instead of playtest?
How are those different?
Well, because it makes it more different. Because you said that
right.
playtest and development sound like the same thing.
What I'm thinking of is playtest as a broader category, and also I've always entertained the notion that sometime in the future other people may also playtest this besides us, like maybe even on stream or on video or something like that. So like it might be good to establish some tools, or at least the infrastructure with which to organize such alternate playtests, such external playtests. I think there's enough content in here to warrant for hold on. I'm gonna go to my mind palace right now.
Nice.
He's doing a Sherlock.
He's going in there.
He's calculating. Discombobulate.
It's getting deep.
Throw a left blind
his brain.
Block incoming right. Blow. Create a Discord server that is very good and also organized.
And Discord
Okay, I think we can have 4 categories. Now, tell me if there's something that wouldn't fit into one of these 4 categories. Server information, development, playtest, playtesting.
Yeah.
Should be a noun. And community content.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. I'm not seeing anything that, I mean, outright. I guess, well, like, where would the lore section go?
That will go into development. Well, that's a good question, because it is mostly for, or a lot of it is for the playtest.
It is mostly. Well, a lot of it is actually
for the campaign.
The
I would put it in development.
Yeah, because we've been developing stuff in there. That's the purpose of it, is to develop the creatures, develop the biomods, develop the
yes.
Yay!
So, can you, while I'm here, I don't really get how the lore section here is organized, because it seems like there's a lot of overlap. For example, having an idea lab, but also having some other
creatures, biomods, and items. Basically, the creature, biomods, and items were 3 subgenres of idea lab, where if you had an idea that didn't fit into any of those 3 categories, you would put it in the idea lab chat. So essentially,
like
it was something so that you could be specific. Miscellaneous.
Okay.
That's what Idea Lab was for. So if you had people, organizations, NPCs that you wanted to develop, or something otherwise that I haven't listed, because there's always other shit, like, you could totally do that. Food. I don't know. Salamander salt.
There's also pretty much nothing in the, there's some light discussion in the established lore, I will say. It's not nothing.
Yeah, I should have. That was one of the first channels I created. I was going to do that. I had plans with Parker to put the entire history of the world here, but that means that all of you could see it, and that's a problem for you and Birdie and Matt. So, I hesitated on doing that. So I guess it's not being used right now, so we can get rid of that one if we want to.
Oh yeah, I played it really fast and loose with all my posts and those. We could clean this up.
There are lore discussions there, but it's not established. It's not indicative of it has a misleading title.
What happens if I...
So I guess lore discussion is actually a better name for it. Ooh.
So let me move these to the development tab. How does that sound?
I also just renamed it lore discussion.
Okay, I'll just put those here for now.
Because that's essentially the channel where people have been asking me questions of, hey, does this fit into the world?
Hey, what dis? Hey, is this anything?
Hey, dis good? Hey, dis okay?
Do we have Satan? Do we have not Satan?
Orchestration is also another playing thing. Well, no, that's development now because it's become a different thing. Now that's Aphrodise.
Yeah.
So I guess I would also, if the only time we'd be listening to music in this Discord would be in the current one that we're in now, such named live development. Let me put this above this. Play this. I'll change this to play testing.
So I'm not seeing. You sent me the Elden Ring thing. It's very, very bare bones.
Have you? I think you have. No, you have to go verify yourself, and then you have to assign yourself the roles by reacting. A lot of Discords have that where you choose selectively what parts of the Discord you'd like to see, and then
it locks you out into, or like you don't even see it
until
that's really cool.
Yes,
I see what you mean, because all of this can be very sensory overload.
Exactly, and a lot of people don't want to see all that random. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't do the French or German chat because that's not helpful for me.
What the fuck, you know? And I don't speak French or German.
That wouldn't have been any help.
It's gonna be called community content.
I was like, I'm going to be an ambassador to those groups of people, and also I don't speak their language. That's such an American thing. I feel like.
Smile and nod.
There's a couple of these channels that I don't want to delete because they're so funny, like the acting channel. Like, I wanted to. I don't know how to.
That's for community content. I feel.
Okay.
That's like. Or okay, yeah, we can. I mean, it is locked so nobody can see it, but like, they're like, text role playing that you might see. Like, remember that video I sent you that one time that was like, enter exits portal, and so what's wrong? I have to kill someone. Me too. I'll do anything to make you smile. My fur tips change from blue to black.
Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Josh immediately left.
Like, this is cancer. No. I know what you're talking about. It's absolutely cancer.
Like, imagine that, but like more normal. Like, because that's basically, you better not mess this up, knucklehead. I will replace you with a less annoying clone, and it'll have frosted tips. What do you call these then? Don't tell me your frosted tips. They look horrible. They look like regular frosted tips, but bad in theory. I'm realizing now this is just the clones from Invincible.
Got him.
Ha, as if we're not twins. You'd be lucky to be my twin.
Did you pull this up in front of you, or do you have this memorized?
Oh, it's in front of me, of course.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was just that one, like, word salad that you sent me a while back. Or I guess it was a bunch of people in a Discord trying to say a monologue all together, but it was read back by text-to-speech or something.
Maybe?
It had to do with Castlevania.
Someone boosts this.
Did I send that?
Send.
Because I'm not sure if I sent that. That might have been Dennis.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because it's a random post.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thank you.
Anyway. Okay. Yes, and
okay. Yes, and please stop. Yes, and no, and I never will.
Yes, and I'm gonna pee. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm gonna. Shit.
I think we gotta streamline the development category here first, because there's a lot of corrupt. Monarch Lounge, playtesting or community content? It's community content.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, but it's just it's selective. It's
I would say community. I would say put
exclusive
that in the community content. Donate
What is the
today.
Monarch Lounge for?
I would also say that Gathering Pub should go in the community content.
Should we have a gathering pub?
Okay.
What is
Gathering
the
Pub
Monarch
is where
Lounge?
Gathering Pub serves for when people land
It's
here.
a general. Well, that was supposed to be what New Recruits was, but for some reason that changed. And I like the idea of having a New Recruits better that just catalogs everybody who shows up.
Right, because Gathering Pub is also tonally dissonant.
Yes. Well, we could rename it to General if we wanted. General. Well,
General Pub. I'm kidding.
Huh. The Gathering General. No.
Chondrias. No, that's too many playtesting references.
Yeah, having fan art here is good.
Uh-huh.
This is the only channel that I approve of. Monarch
art?
Lounge works there. New Recruits. I don't know where to put New Recruits because it's not really.
It's not exactly community content.
It's
yeah, you're
community
right.
related.
I mean, I guess it is server information. It's who's here.
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We could.
Because it's
Well,
definitely
where do
not
we have
play
people
testing.
land?
It's not really development. Do we have a general tab? What is it that we even do? What is it that we even do in this?
What are we even doing here?
Is that where?
Why are we so alive? Suffer.
Why are we here? Just to suffer. Anyway.
That's it. That's it. That's the one.
Aphrodite's DJ booth should go in community content as well, I think.
Oh, he's nuts.
I think maybe community content is too limiting because we only have one
Right.
actual community content channel.
We could say, what if this might be too fun sounding and not enough professional sounding, but what if we just named it the Clubhouse?
The Clubhouse. What if I
Or Clubhouse.
counter proposal? Community. The TV show.
Or that, yeah. I can't count the reasons I should stay channel.
The
Anyway,
Monarch Lounge is the exclusive lounge for people who donated to the Kickstarter
Ah.
and also who donate to the coffee. I don't know how the hell to say that. To the Ko-Fi at the tier of Corpo and higher, which we can do that right after we do this, is give people those roles, but we also need to figure out what we're gonna do in the Monarch Lounge first.
Yeah, we need to figure out how it's going to be worth people's money. I could do a thing like the Dev Diary, where I post like weekly updates on what we're doing. That's a proposal.
Did you just get up? I think you
No.
just got up.
Did
He just
oh,
just
you
got
just
up.
left? Okay, I'm gonna pee. Hold on, I'll be back.
Wait, am I just alone on the stream now? You guys are like in the development session. I'm just kind of sitting in, getting up to speed. I'm more in the category of like making monsters and adding to lore stuff. It's gonna be a real fun game. Oh, thank God, Josh is back.
Hey, what's
Okay.
up? I meant. Damn it, I was muted.
I was alone on the stream for a bit there.
Oh my
We
gosh.
went away, and then Josh, and then Elliot went to pee.
This is so scary. I'm quick. I'm gonna delete all of the categories now.
Hey, I'm back.
There we go.
Hey, what's up? I think we should call it community.
Okay. Sure. That sounds good to me. We should probably put Aphrodite's DJ booth in there.
Yeah, so this is like, I'll rename this to general chat, so it's clear what it is. I'll put that at the top.
Mm-hmm. General chat.
I'm just gonna. do this
What
one.
emoji? Because I would like each of these to have an emoticon if we could.
We'll do that after. I think we just need to figure out what's what first.
Right, you're right.
I do agree that it will look better.
It just looks more fun, more colorful,
Looks so fun.
and also separates them a little bit more.
All so hard.
Helps you see them.
What? All so hard.
Motherfuckers want to find me.
Campaign inspiration can also go into.
I was gonna say we should probably nix campaign inspiration because there's
Okay.
not a lot in there. Also,
Yeah.
usually
was
that's like our production team channel.
Yeah,
now.
that was just a channel for us to like commune about ideas.
Yeah. Yep. Dev diary, I don't want to get rid of because this is cool, but you should move it to a place where you would like it to be.
I think that I can just move the dev diary into the, because this is something I proposed while you had gotten up. Was I could do weekly dev diary things in the Monarch Lounge. So that like they would be getting an in-depth experience with what we're doing.
I approve. You want to just copy
So
that
if
in
I
there?
copy and paste it,
Yeah. We can get rid of that one as well. Suggestion
message
box.
text. So I have to copy and paste each of these. So I can do that, but
Can I do it? I can't.
so that's number 1, and I'll continue to do this as we continue.
Yeah.
And that way we can just
feedback is
take.
separate. I'm gonna get rid of the
dev diary.
feedback one and make suggestions, and feedback.
The only thing about I guess no, we don't have to. I think it goes without saying everything I said in the feedback channel of like, hey, be nice.
Right, and
essentially.
we can put something like that in the suggestions feedback
Right.
and pin it if we need to. Also, okay, I don't think we need a be nice thing because of the nature of development, but
That was
put
after
it
the
in the
whole
rules or
Reddit
something like
debacle.
okay. This is looking good already. Look at that. Look at all those things. Orchestration, I think, should be put into... Makes sense in development, but I think it would make more sense in playtesting, since all of the music is going to be used for the playtest.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it sort of could be in either, I think.
Just a music channel. Just a Braden channel, basically.
I mean, yes, it is. It's not going to be used for the engine itself.
What do we want to do with
Which-
the acting channel?
Yeah.
How do you
The
archive a
acting
channel? And then can we put it in the Monarch Lounge because people should see it.
Yeah. Can we create sub-channels of a channel?
You can make
That's what premium gets you,
threads.
baby.
What?
What? Premium?
What did you just say?
Premium to get that Monarch
which are
Lounge to get that
temporary
premium.
sub channels within a
But
channel?
can you make sub-channels within a channel?
No.
Because
Unless-
putting this is content that people should have to pay for.
If you find that channel, you go
I see
into
what
a
you're
coma.
saying. You could make... I don't know if you can look at threads once they've been archived. Can you? I don't know where
Maybe?
there's a thread.
I don't know, and I've never done or looked at a thread. Also, the entirety of the dev diary thing is copied in, so we can.
I'm
delete
gonna
that
make
if
a
you want.
thread in Yield Gathering Pub in NFS called Test Thread. And I'm gonna
Right.
say This is a test of the thread system. And then I'm gonna say, send all your embarrassing secrets here. Oh my god, I misspelled embarrassing.
Oh, I see how it works. So we could, because like
I don't think we can
everything
lock
that
a
I just
thread, though.
posted to the Monarch Lounge it's all jumbled up. I could put it in a thread if we wanted to.
Not gonna lie, I love the look of a freaking massive block of text because it looks like there's a lot of stuff in here. But yeah, you could do whatever you want.
I mean, we can do, yeah. There will be a lot of stuff. But essentially, the acting channel... Can we have you and Jackson redo the entire thing word for word?
No.
I
know there's a way you can like copy all of one thing. What happened to
I mean, yeah, but it won't be you and Jackson who are saying it. I don't think.
This is so sad.
We can keep the acting channel for now until we figure out what to do with it.
Right click a server and click on... What the heck? Right click a server.
Clone channel?
And click on a copy. Click on a copy button?
There's copy link. But that's just a link to the channel, I think.
Like this. I've done this before.
Where you've just moved all the content from one channel to another?
I don't remember what it was for.
And merged channels? It's interesting. Campaign info? Do we put that in development as well?
What if I just... Let me test this. What the heck? What the hell?
Let's slap that. I moved campaign info into development for now, but I don't know if... Wait.
I think we should
Because,
probably
well, the contents of campaign info is basically just me giving out the engine. And, like, making more engine announcements.
That's why... So, I made the entire Kickstarter into a locked channel just to have it here at the top called About BioJacked. I think that's what we should do instead of having a campaign info thing. We should just have it About BioJacked be an extensive explanation of the engine.
Should I delete this channel then? Because everything here is sort of unnecessary.
Yeah, I would say the campaign info one. I think so. That is my opinion.
I'll do that.
We need the elephant in the room here is the 5 lower text channels.
Lore discussion, idea lab, creatures, biomods, items. Yeah, I think that it's useful, but it is crowded.
I think it's good to have creatures and bio mods and items, maybe, depending on how many we'll be creating going forward. I think lore discussion and idea lab are kind of confusing.
I've got all the creature stuff from the creatures thing moved to my
or if you just rename, if we like get rid of lore discussion and rename idea lab as like
can we rename
or something like that.
That does make sense.
Or like general brainstorming, because this might be some good stuff. I haven't read all of this, but there's a lot with Parker here.
Imagineering.
Imagineering. Disney's Imagineering Lab.
I said world builder Imagineering.
Builder of worlds,
World builder discussion.
clone channel.
I'm gonna discuss so much stuff.
Oh boy. World builder discussion.
I can just
Here we
name it
go.
world building.
Yeah.
World building. Lore discussion, creatures, biomods, items.
Yeah, because if you have... Can we delete the lore discussion one then?
Yeah. I mean, there are some questions in there that we answered, but like, I can just answer them again if they come up. And most of them are from Jack, so.
Yeah,
It's
well,
a
I
Jack-
need to know.
It's a Jack channel.
It's a Jack channel.
I just
it's
have a lot
been-
of questions.
No.
You know them
It's not a
all
bad
now.
thing.
Good job. And if you have a single other new
Jesus.
question, we're not going to answer it.
No, now you made him cry.
No, I didn't.
I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, you were just acting? Damn, you're cool.
Yeah. You should be in the acting.
You should be
channel.
in acting. You
I
should be
should
an
do an
acting.
You should be an actinger.
Okay.
Why is admin
Yeah.
here? Do we need an admin channel?
Well, you created it, so.
So no. I'll just DM you if there's a problem.
Yeah, I said,
Do we have
you
admins?
created it, so you tell me.
Okay.
I think we created it because production team was getting a little bit diluted,
Right.
but that was a result of us not ruling with a more iron fist.
That's
I
true.
think.
And an iron penis.
Where we're like, production team should be for strictly production team things.
Iron Penis is for the NSFW expansion.
Yes.
Yes.
Afro D's.
Aphrodite's exclusive biome.
Afro D's big
NSFW.
pack.
Afro D's XXS.
And it has one of those stickers on the
18
front that
plus.
says parental advisory, like
Yeah,
explicit.
explicit.
It covers up most of the cover.
And it's like it just looks like an album that Afro D made. Like the cover is just an album cover of Afro D, like
This
posing
is demo track.
under a bucket of water that's pouring on him, and it's like Afro D's exclusive club.
Okay, we need to do
and it's,
something
like,
with
actually
the acting
biomods, though.
channel because
Afro D's wet hot mods.
should I just take a
Here's
bunch
the
of
thing.
screenshots of it?
I mean, here's the thing. We don't. That could be. I'm okay with leaving that for now
There's so
and
little.
figuring it out.
There's so little good stuff in there.
Yes, you're right. but
I think that's the point of it, though.
but that's the point.
Yeah. All right. I'll
I
give you 10
created it,
minutes
and then
to
you
come
guys.
up with the
Well,
cover.
here's the thing. I think
Here,
you
I'll put
guys.
the screenshots
You guys
in.
asked me to create this channel, I believe.
Oh, I fully did. That was when it was a This was a different thing, though. So
This was not a. This was a Into the Woods Without Singing style thing.
Oh man, it did it backwards. This is if
Like,
anyone wants to.
In the Into the Woods Without Singing thing has 421 shot 69 as one of the channels,
Yeah,
and
that
it's just
checks
for
out.
roles. I'm hearing feedback through your microphone, Jack. I'm just letting you know.
Me?
I don't hear it.
Yeah.
man. That's crazy.
Or I was hearing my voice a second time.
You must be crazy. What are?
Yeah.
You're crazy, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. No arguing there. You a crazy motherfucker.
I like how I give you the pitch, and while I was stuck with glee over remembering the acting channel and its genesis, you ripped its throat out while I wasn't
It's all
looking.
logged, okay? I've got it all.
Yes.
If you really
Yeah.
need the acting channel,
The only
we can
the
recreate
acting
it.
channel,
I
the
promise.
only channel where it trusted its creators with its very life before it died.
If you are really beat up about it, I promise me and Jackson can get together and recreate it word for word based on the screenshots.
Pour one out for it. Play the play the open season ending with the sad music over it.
Right. So, I mean,
Okay, so for the top,
what do we
for
think?
the important for server information, welcome rules. I think that's good. Announcements is good. Attributions. I think we should probably change how we do attributions, but having that there is probably good. And about BioJacked will probably be good there.
Yep.
So now let me look at this from the perspective.
Should I
of
have
everybody.
the development ones also in alphabetical order?
No.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
we should.
Let
Because
me.
world building, creatures, biomods, items should be grouped together.
Yeah, there's some things that should be. Are we happy with the order of these? From the bottom up,
I'm
let's
just
do the
looking at it.
community. Is Afro
Community,
D's
general
DJ
chat,
booth?
nuke recruit.
I think that's locked to the development roles. So I don't think it should be.
So it looks public to me.
Oh yeah, it is. But why would it be there
We should have.
if it's only? Should we have a
I mean-
community voice chat?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why.
Me neither.
So if people, here's the thing: if people are watching the stream and they want to hang out with other people who are watching the stream, a watch party.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Is the entire playtest?
In that case, would it go to playtesting?
Well, playtesting
Well-
doesn't have anything that's public right now,
Right.
which I
So-
think maybe we should keep it that way.
Campaign watch party. I don't know.
I think maybe having it called something. I don't know. There's not a single. Let me see if. Let me go look at some of these other servers.
Like to watch.
A general voice channel. Just call it general.
Because I think even if they, well, like, people would ask, why do we have a general voice channel? And that would be my answer. The answer would be so that people watching who are fans of the playtest, who are fans of the engine, whatever, can come and hang out and like discuss or watch the stream together or something like that.
Fans.
I think it would. Voice chat.
Yeah. Clubhouse. Voice chat.
Yeah, let me add I'll call it general
Gathering.
for now.
The vocal gathering.
Just so there is one here.
Okay.
And I'll put it at the bottom and put this right above it.
Yeah.
Hey,
BioJack dance.
birdie.
The BioJack dance.
Oh, hey,
floor.
it's the birdie.
Hey, birdie!
Hey,
Hey, Barbie.
Hey!
It's like good, I see.
So happy to see you. How was your day?
Hey.
Hey,
It,
look
wa-
at
it
it.
was okay. It was very long, and I had to train somebody in the deli, but it was fun.
Woo!
Did you kill them?
Woo!
Did
Put
you
their
Uh,
murder
body in
them?
the freezer and say, "This is just day one."
Stop
Hazing
telling my
Rich,
secrets,
you
John.
hazing ritualed them.
You
so
locked them
fucking
in the
hard.
freezer for an hour, and we're like, "This is what it's
Yeah.
like to work at this deli."
Yeah.
Better get
Like,
used to
and then,
it.
then
Or
you had them
scram.
chug
Expect
jugs
me.
of milk until they threw up.
You had them
No.
chug
Ew.
energy drinks.
They-
You made them
Yeah.
eat all the bread
Benjamin, how are you?
and then
Not
all
my
the flour.
bread. No.
You
If it
just
isn't
made
my
them eat
favorite
flour
friend.
until
We
you
actually
made
don't-
them eat a spoonful of flour.
Happy
Hey,
gamer.
Flour.
Ben,
Oh, it's Ben. Hello.
welcome
What
to
happened
live
sounds
development.
Pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
That's the only reason I'm going.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. Just to
Are you
hear
watching
about
the stream right now?
Tearing up this Discord and building it back up from the ashes.
I gotta say, it looks nice. I like it.
We're still working on it. Okay, so this community makes sense. Playtesting, does this make sense? The order of these? Orchestration,
so.
maps, X-res, playing. I think that sequesters the players enough so that it's very invisible to everyone else. But
in that case, should we put playtesting at the very bottom?
Well, since it's
and
going to be...
community tab just below server information or below development?
I mean, that would just be for us, so I don't think it matters. Live development is the only thing that's capitalized.
Because if it was like
God.
this, I think that's better since like playtesting is at the very bottom. It just feels in the way to me if it's higher up. Does that make sense?
Is also
What? I mean, yeah, do what you want. We're the only ones who can see it.
There we go. You fixed it. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, sorry. Yes. Just keep making everything consistent for the time being.
Yeah.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you. Good eye. Production team, world building, creatures, biomods, items, suggestions, feedback. That makes sense to me. Yes. Let me just... So, next step is... let's streamline the roles real quick. I don't think that's going to require a lot.
Yeah, I copied and pasted. I asked Jackson beforehand, and I just copied and pasted the rules.
Oh, not rules. The roles.
Roles! I see.
Keep rolling.
Are you removing all of the emoticons from everything?
Just for now, yeah, just so we can see it naked.
No, not naked.
And also make sure that we have emoticons.
Let it be naked.
Well, you left one on the Monarch Lounge and Aphrodite's DJ booth.
And also production team.
Fuck.
And maps and X-rays.
Fuck.
God damn.
We can, I can also do this too. So...
Keyboard noises.
I can also do. I can help.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's so
He's gonna be
naked.
fine.
Okay.
He just needs to shit himself. He'll be fine. He'll
Actually,
walk
let
up.
me look at this. We gotta deep scrub the settings first because we might have missed a lot of stuff. Okay, let's look.
Right.
Inactive channel, no inactive channel. Logo looks good. I made the server name capitalized. Also, the new recruits is where all the system messages will go. The ones that we usually dunk on really hard, but
Dunk him.
unfortunately, that has to be the same place where new folks who enter the server go. I don't know why that's in the same spot, but new recruits,
to where?
To the new recruits. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was incoherent. Community updates, the Discord community updates have to go to the same location that new recruits or new server members go to. I don't know why, because they're different things.
Community updates should go to community, so...
I will put it in the new recruits, so that way everybody...
Can we delete them? Or are they permanent? Can we not delete them?
Delete them.
Thank God!
Do you really actually hate them? I think it started as a joke with Jackson and I, but if you really hate them, that's
so...
They're very granular.
I think I kind of hate them a little bit because you guys were joking about hating them, and I was like, yeah, these suck! Because we were joking about it, but also kind of not really.
Okay.
But like I add soy milk to my coffee. Fuck you.
I'm gonna make the new recruits channel a channel that people can't put messages in.
Kind of makes sense.
So it will only function
people
as an
can
index.
say hi, but like people can do that in the general chat. So
yeah, makes sense.
Welcome.
Send
Willkommen.
messages.
Bienvenue.
Okay. Ben, can you try to send a message in the new recruits channel?
Hang on, I'm gaming.
Okay.
Gotta understand, I'm gaming.
Hey, I
can
totally
do it.
understand.
Yeah,
I can
totally.
try.
No, but
it
what
says
you-
I don't have permission.
Dude is
Take
doing
a
one of the
break,
4
take a
Gs.
Discord, take some G
Get
Fuel.
paid,
It does?
get laid, Gatorade, gaming.
I can't
Yo.
message it. So.
Okay, it worked, I guess. I didn't mean for it to apply to everyone, but
I mean, that's probably what it should.
God damn, it's good to be.
so
an
this will
epic
just
gamer.
hopefully once more people start joining, this will look like the most cool and awesome and satisfying channel because it would just have everybody who joined and we can see who joined.
Yeah.
Yay.
Great. And it'll just be an endless parade of screams and various waves and a sup. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
those are so very random. Like, there's just a peach screaming.
Okay, roles.
shaking.
I think we should probably streamline our roles because we have quite a few of them.
Yes. Let's do that.
So many.
We have
Let's do
2
that together.
bots, which is fine. World builder, tabletop collaborator might be combinable. Guest star and corpo might be
Yeah,
combinable.
here's the thing. One thing about the world builder thing is that it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, as much as it does, like, it doesn't give anybody any extra power.
Who's even Jorkus?
You know what I
Ikiaki
mean?
Dennis. Yeah.
Like,
I don't
it
need
allows you to
power.
access those channels,
'Cause
but it
Tabletop
doesn't actually.
Collaborator has-
Everything still has to come through me. So, like,
Tabletop collaborator has the same permissions, right? Why is world builder?
yes, tabletop world builder can just get got. I think.
Okay, I'm gonna get got it then.
Get got.
But also make sure that they
Tabletop collaborator as a world builder. You know, like it's the same thing.
All right. Well, they weren't. Hold on. Give me a second.
You're adding and yeah, I see you adding people to and subtracting from the tabletop collaborator. We just removed
What? I'm not doing anything. I don't.
Jack.
If someone's doing something, it's
What?
not me. Hold on.
What did you say, Jack?
No, Discord like crashed on me as soon as you got rid of the world builders.
I don't know where
Oh, I'm
Parker
sorry.
and Dennis are. I hope I
I
didn't delete
evaporated,
them.
reduced to atoms.
Are they online?
I think maybe
Oh, Ikiaki's online,
there was something
that's
wrong
why.
with like permissions.
Okay. But where's Dennis? What's Dennis's name? Dennis needs to
Dennis
pick
Menace.
a goddamn name.
DENACEMENNIS.
Where is he?
In the
He's
He's in
already in
tabletop
it.
collaborator.
Oh, he's already has that. Okay, that's
Yeah.
why I couldn't find it.
He's all good.
Because he said that he was working on a map.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. What's guest star?
Guest stars
Is that
for people who
for
got the guest
George
star.
and Nathan and such.
Yes, and Dennis. Oh no, not Dennis. Sorry.
And
But
maybe
it's-
someday
yes,
me.
it is for George and Nathan, or it's for the people who got the guest star role
Right, the back
from the
tier from the Kickstarter.
Yes,
Oh wait, no, that's
they
not-
will be.
Can we?
They will be added to those.
Can I try to convince you? This is my pitch. We should just give them X-res when the time comes, because that'll be way cooler for them. And also,
Yeah.
they will be X-res. And I trust them individually to not fuck with playtest shit.
Sure, yeah.
I will just add them, because that would be cool. That would be actually pretty cool. Server
Yeah.
booster.
They feel like they have an in with the team.
Get him in there.
Hold on.
I think server booster is just kind of an automatic thing.
Server booster is good to have. I don't think we need to display it separately though, and I don't know how to. Yeah, hold on.
Can we just get a? Yeah, I don't know.
So they'll just show up as pink, pink,
Yeah, they'll just show up as pink.
which is the
And
coolest.
Corpo is anybody who's donated to
Right.
the Corpo section.
Yes.
um,
Yes. Where did it go? Corpo, jockey. I don't know why.
Jockey music is Aphrodite's.
I hate that it
the
makes their
Aphrodite
own
bot.
role. Ko-fi
Yeah, it's
coffee
the
bot,
Afro
I'll just put
box.
above corpo so that the thing with coffee, Ko-fi coffee. I'm gonna look up how to pronounce that right the frick now.
I think it's
On their
coffee.
website,
I think it's coffee because it's like buy coffee.
it's supposed to be coffee.
It rhymes with no fee. So it's
What the
Ko-fi.
hell?
Kofi.
No.
Oh, like a co.
It's
Like a
fucking Kofi.
co-collaborator's fee.
It's a
I'm
Ko-fi.
gonna call it coffee out
Kofi.
of spite.
I'm
'cause,
calling it coffee
that's
because
just-
that's
You can
it's
call
correct.
whatever. You can call it whatever the fuck you want.
You know what's
I
you know
will.
what
Yeah,
money,
is
I'm
something
calling
that's
whatever,
very
dude.
interesting.
I acknowledge that the council has made a decision.
In
but seeing as
purging-
it's a stupid ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
Oh my god.
If Samuel L. Jackson
Stupid
said that
as
during the
shit.
prequels, the entire tone of that would have changed.
If he said that during Minions: The Rise of Gru, I would have stopped right then and there and given
He's
him
in
a
Minions: Rise of Gru.
Anyway, I was gonna say that we have, in purging the other roles, we have made a role color palette that equals the
Yeah, that
BioJack
equals
colors.
us.
Hell yeah.
Happy little. There are no accidents. Sorry.
There are some.
Shut up, man.
That wasn't a personal insult.
Oh no.
I miss you, Ben.
Oh, I miss you too.
Oh. He just confessed to being an accident. Oh wow, look at that.
Oh, would you look at the time?
What? Minions: Rise of Gru?
Also, we can rework Discord for maximum presentability and functionality in the doing section of the BioJacked.
Please, that's my most favoritist. Yeah,
Trello.
I love marking things, moving things around.
We should
compound.
really be better at using the Trello, aka
Yeah.
I should be. So
No, I should
We
be too.
we can all be better at project management.
yes.
It's a never-ending quest.
That's
for
another thing.
perfection.
Like a small discussion that Josh and I had is that we haven't been very good at keeping deadlines right now. So that's something that we can do a much better job at. Specifically, Josh and I think at like talking to people and making sure those communication lines are open, so we can really get a sense of like if we need to delay something, we can really like plan that out.
All right,
And also just keep it on the forefront of people's minds.
announcements is fine. We don't need to change that because it's just gonna keep stacking. Welcome rules and about BioJacked is probably gonna take a long time, and we don't necessarily have to do that today, but we
Okay.
can do the welcome rules and attributions now. We got to update them with the new materials. I think these rules are fine. There's not a problem with the rules themselves, but if we want it to look super streamlined, it took Jackson and I probably an entire day to do the NFS welcome and rules section. There's
Yeah.
just so much formatting and CSS nonsense.
And I have a what is the story section in there that doesn't really make any sense for why it's there. But
What?
I mean, I think we made it because
Well, yeah.
welcome to About BioJacked.
It's
Wasn't-
it's evolving thing. Can I do that? Discord? I guess I can't really. That's weird. Okay.
So we should do an announcement, I think, about, if we haven't already, about the website.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting. I'm holding off on promoting the website for now, only because I want to have an engine that like is very coherent and that we're all proud of, and I
get that.
that's
yeah.
not quite where we're at right now. I think hopefully by the
There's just
24th
some
of this
editing.
month is what I'm hoping we can do that, and then like put it all over the internet. So let's
Right.
let's start with what happens if I put the logo, the BioJack logo at the top. This is gonna be a lot of trial and error, so buckle up.
Okay. Logo at the top of what?
At the top of the welcome rules. Will this show up as freaking ginormous or will it look regular? Yeah, that's a good size.
Regular. Yeah.
So, man, and I'll delete all these things as we're doing it, but we'll start with one of those and we'll be like, and it will say something like,
Need to integrate, evolve. I don't know.
welcome to the BIOJACKed. I like what you have here. Welcome to
Discord.
the
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. BIOJACKed
Interior shot,
is a role-playing
yay.
game that I, aka am designing, writing, and producing, along with the help from my fellow collaborators, Yankee Josh, Dennis Menace, Worthy, and Jackson Link 2. But we can edit that because more people have joined.
Right, I think we should go take the materials from the newest PR homepage, which is the website, and go to the About section. Maybe the welcome rules can include...
About BIOJACKed?
Maybe they can be one channel. The first thing that should be there is what is BIOJACKed. Like the first thing after
Right.
welcome to the BIOJACKed Discord.
This is all that's. This is what BIOJACKed
This is what it is.
Here are the
BIOJACKed
rules for this place that you are now in.
is a
That
side
somebody
Strap in, buddy.
said that somebody sent you the link to, and you unwillingly put your hand into the portal, and then the rest of your body was sucked in. Violently.
Here.
There's special kinds of salt here, so enjoy that.
I was just having a normal day, and then I joined a Discord server, and now I'm seeing a guy named Afro D.
Yes, I think we should have welcome and rules and the about BIOJACKed be the same thing. Which means buckle up, because we're putting all our PR materials into this one.
Yeah, sure.
Shit.
That makes sense. Welcome rules in BIOJACKed and attributions, you said?
Probably not attributions. That might be insane.
Attributions can be a separate channel. And that's also good for like
Although,
legality reasons, so that like we have a very like if somebody's like, you didn't attribute me, I don't know, like we can be like, yes we did. Look right here in our
Ha! To eat my
attribution section.
attribution.
Off my duck, bro.
Can I do?
Eat my attribution.
I'm gonna do it in the same order, just because we've thought about this. I want to look at all the bullet characters I can use in Unicode for Discord. Oh, bullet. The typography. I'll just do bullets. I'm not.
Typographics.
Well, but the see-through bullet is very nice looking. I'll do the see-through bullet. Also, if you hear me scream and cry, it's because I have accidentally pressed enter instead of shift enter.
I hate that, yeah.
But you can hit edit and it'll be fine. It'll just have the edited.
That's true, which will mean it'll be
That
worse than our
scarlet
best.
letter of shame.
That scarlet
Fucking
letter.
edited. Yes,
Holy
it's a
shit.
scarlet letter of fucking shame.
I
It says
do
I had
that
to go
all
back and
the
be like,
time.
"Oh,
And
man."
that explains everything we need to know about you.
Yes. Nobody is free of sin.
How do you
So-
hold
Also,
on.
should we use the events thing more often?
I don't know.
Discord events.
We do a lot of
I
events.
think it'd be a good idea to like
We'll try it.
like
at our
use
analytics.
it this time when we finally figure out when we're gonna play again because we haven't played in a while.
We need to do that at some point because I really like. I've written so much that I would like to do that like I feel like I can't write more
Until
if
we
we don't
yeah.
play.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, I think we should schedule the event when we know when we're gonna.
Did I skip
Right.
2 spaces here? What is wrong with me?
Right.
Exactly.
Because we were almost going to play today, but then we can't because of scheduling issues. So we need to also like, if we can find a semi-consistent schedule for
Mm.
July, that would be awesome.
I don't remember. Everybody had weird schedules, but we can figure that out another
Because
time.
I remember we were talking about Mondays. I don't know if
Yeah, Mondays would
I
work.
don't know if Matt. what
Monday
Matt
would
said.
work. I think Matt still needed to find out his schedule.
Hold on. I could probably make the 2 middle Mondays in July work. I also, when I went to LA, I saw Matt there,
Nice.
and because he lives in LA.
Did he game
and-
you
That's
epically?
awesome.
What?
Nothing.
He did tell me something about play scheduling, but Matt is super jazzed to play, so like, it's not an issue if he doesn't want to. Like, he absolutely does. He also said something. He said that it was like a really great, like it was one of the best like role playing experiences he's had so far. That the fact that we're doing this in such a structured way, it makes it really really fun. So that's a
Yes.
sweetie. Anyway.
Why is biomods not in my dictionary?
Gonna be soon.
Okay. We're getting somewhere. I have all the website intro stuff. Now all that's left is we gotta put the website on here somewhere. This is uncharted territory for me. Welcome to the BioJacked Discord. BioJacked is a sci-fi bioplunk tabletop role-playing game, and then it says develop the
Download the engine, do the and more here.
I actually have changed my mind, and I'm going to regular bullets.
Oh fuck.
Oh shh. Yeah. Download the
Gonna
engine
have to
today.
edit.
Oh, I spelled that so wrong. I don't want to make this all caps. Yes, I do. Do I?
We're
wanna
getting
make
we're getting an in-depth tour of Josh's mind palace.
You're inside.
it.
It just looks like a
Great.
Discord text box.
Very heady aroma.
I love it here. I love what you've done with the place.
Download BioJacked for free, and then I'll put a
Yeah.
link to the website. But I want to make this
Yep.
all. I changed my mind. It should be all caps.
One thing that also I want to bring up while we're here, and something that I might put on the Trello, is talking about drive-through RPG.
Yes, that's. I have
What
a
is
running
that?
Pay
list
what you want.
of destinations for promotion and distribution. If
Right.
you should make right now. Go into the
Go into
PR
backlog.
folder of the BioJacked Google Drive, and make
Yeah.
a Word document and so we can just put like Corbin suggested me
What the
one
fuck?
the other day, like physical and digital locations we can distribute this engine. Where's it?
Distribution.
So like he recommended 3D games in Farmington as one. Get like
Okay.
Gamebox and Topsum, game
Hell
yeah,
stores,
Gamebox.
game shops that we can go around and say like, hey, we have a free
That's
engine.
amazing.
Can we put a poster up? And they'll be like, yes. Oh,
I
unless
just
they
called it
suck.
distribution.
I buy paints
Um,
from Gamebox all the time.
Yeah, Gamebox is very nice.
Oh, the Mid-Coast Comic Shop too. They might.
Oop, there's one.
Okay,
Write it down. Because like
Let's
you need an
let me write all these down.
I don't
Hold
know
on.
more than 2 of these, so it's good. This is like what we need a large network of people to do, is because people know these shops. What was the one you
Yeah.
just said, Birdie?
Mid-Coast Comics. It's like a new comic shop downtown Brunswick.
In Brunswick.
Mid-Coast
Well, I don't know how
Comic.
new it is, but
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah, comic shops. There's one downtown Bangor. It's called
Brunswick. I have an
Top
online
Shelf.
one called Drive Through RPG.
Yeah.
Is really a huge one for downloadable engines. That's where you'll find hyperlanes. That's where you'll find Humblewood. That's where you'll find like a lot of the like D&D expansions, all sorts of things. And they have an option on their website for pay what you want. So that way we can keep it an option, like for people to buy free, but people could give us money if they wanted to.